guys, welcome back to Channel 4! Another reaction. We're going back and taking a look at Sylosis, ladies and gentlemen. They're becoming one of my favorite bands to go back and check out lately, because they're coming out with some like new singles, you know, every month or so it seems like. So are they gearing up for another album? Are they gearing up for a new EP? Rather, I don't know. It's exciting. It's definitely exciting because just from every track that I go and check these guys out, you know, it just makes me want to check them out even more. They definitely play in a sound that's typically not really my favorite. You know, it's definitely that old school, you know, heavy metal, old school like doom metal, I would say. So it's very, you know, chug heavy. It's very riff heavy, you know. But you know, don't get me wrong, man. I like some deep tones. I like some deep sounding breakdowns. I like some deep, you know, chuggery when it comes to that sort of thing. But I like something a little bit more fast paced for me. But these guys do it in a way that's very different. That's very, you know, intriguing in a way enough for me to be like, oh, okay, I like this. I like this. Let's see how it goes, especially on the vocal side of things, man. I'm always getting surprised. So from the last track we reacted to, I wasn't expecting some clean singing. I wasn't expecting, you know, that raspiness to his voice, you know, similar to like old school Trivium, you know, 3 Days Gracie a little bit in a way when he was doing some of those notes. Kind of sounded like a little bit hard rocky, you know, influence as well. So I wasn't expecting that. Was not expecting that, and that was probably one of my favorite ones to reacted to as well, just because it surprised me so much in a way. But this one here is the one that came out previously to the last one. I think I skipped over this one, so this is the one before Lacerations, which was the last one we reacted to. So this one, so I didn't see this one, so we're gonna go back and check this new one out for you guys as well. So if it has that same sort of theme, if it has that same sort of clean tone, that hard rocky influence in there, or we could just go on full on doomy, full on classic, you know, metal, you know, I'm all in for that as well. But yeah, but before we get started, be sure to subscribe. I really appreciate it, and it's really help me out. And if you like Sylosis as much as I do, be sure to like on this video as well. And if you're new here, thank you for stopping by, checking out some awesome music. We're just getting started on these heavy bangers, ladies and gentlemen. No time wasting. Let's get right into it. This is Sylosis' newest release track titled Erased. Building up a little bit of riffage. Oh, we're already going. Dissonant chord progression. Ooh. And more cleans. Let's get it. It's so simple, but hits so good. Woo! Get that little solo piece in there. Oh, those fills are dirty. Those ice creams in there. Oh, get that little dark kind of chorus vibe. Oh, that's a great clean singing voice. Ooh, with that evil doom lockdown. Oh, get those picks in there. Let's go, boys. Hit me. Built it up. Let's go, boys. I'm in. I'm already ready. I want to get smacked. I want to get hit. Ooh. A little simple triplet breakdown. Okay. A little alternative verse here. Woo! Those high screams. The chorus is like the best part of this track, not gonna lie. Woo! I like the drums too as well, man. Those fills are nuts. The secret ending breakdown. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, what another different one. What another different and intense heavy track, man. This one felt like it was a little bit more on the classic side of things. It felt like it was a lot more on like the older, metal, like I said, that you would see in those kind of bands, But like I said, I think the chorus is the best part of this track, man, because he has a good, clean singing voice. I like the raspiness of his voice. I like the raspiness that he can get into those higher notes as well. You can just hear, it just sounds so much more prominent when he goes on the higher notes, when he does the higher register kind of stuff. So I like that. Like I said, 3 Days Gracie, kind of in a way, mixed with that old school kind of, thrash metal sound to it as well. But we had a lot of classic kind of feel to this one, especially when that breakdown was coming in, dude. They were building that up forever. I felt like they were gonna keep building it up until the end of the song there, and I would have been disappointed. Let me just say, but they were building up. I felt like they were gonna hit you with something more intense, more doomy, more let the chug swing out kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? But they went with like a simple kind of like triplet breakdown, very classic, post-hardcore, early 2000s metalcore. I would say just no underlining leads, no distorted distortion in the background. It was just simple, just muted palm chord chugginess. That was all that we got. But I kind of wish they amplified it a little bit more, in my opinion. Just make it a little bit more heavy. Maybe add a lead or two, because there just wasn't much to grasp on that. But then they went back into this sort of just like alternate verse, alternate chorus kind of thing. But we got like a little surprise chuggery breakdown at the end, which they kind of should have did with the original breakdown. I felt like kind of they could have just played it twice just to make it sound a little bit better, in my opinion. But it is what it is. But I think Lacerations I still like a little bit more, in my opinion, just because it is that faster pace. But this one definitely brought the chorus, definitely brought the singing, definitely brought his energy, definitely showed off his vocal capabilities even more in this one. But like I said, I have no idea how we can be able to sing and play, especially the rhythm, at the same time, man, because it's just insane to me. This guy is definitely talented, especially being the lead guitarist of Architects, man. It's just crazy how he can just comprehend all these notes, all these music, all these songs, especially with his own songs, not forgetting how to play each single one. But it's definitely crazy nonetheless. But you could definitely see the genre shift, its genre focus between the two bands. Like I said, this one's a lot more classic, a lot more doomy and old school doom inspired, and Architects is a lot more poppy, more modern metalcore, stuff like that. So definitely different play styles when it comes to the guitars. But this band, though, I like them. I definitely like them, man. So if they are going to come out with a new EP, a new album, or rather, if they're planning on something, be sure to let me know down in the comments. I know we got like three singles so far from these guys that we reacted to. So all I can say is, man, I like it. This one might be on the bottom between the other two, just for me personally, in my opinion. But like I said, man, I like these guys. Hopefully we get some more Sylosis in the near future. But be sure to hit that subscribe button, especially new here. Just go through the second band channel if you don't even miss out on a single one. Guarantee that. I'll see you guys in the next one.